Every morning we wake up with two voices. One that is telling us everything's going to be all right, just a few more minutes, and the other that's arguing with that voice. And depending on which voice wins every morning, the dreams that we are inspired to fulfill every day are either going to manifest or they're not. I mean, life really does happen daily, not in a day, and I've talked about that many times before. And I actually did the math. I was on an airplane coming back from Las Vegas business, and it was about 27,000 hours until I turned 30. Now, if you know me, you know that I'm very much so an advocate against the importance of age. It's definitely a correlative, not a causative to wisdom, meaning me and my age have about as much in common with myself and this table. We are material observations of matter, and this table can reflect upon its experiences or the experiences of others and form an identity, a persona, and then move forward and change the world, but a human can. So limiting yourself by your age is definitely a no-no. However, at the same token, I definitely have socially constructed goals when it comes to age, and I have a certain set of values that drive my behavior through that goal of having a certain amount accomplished at face value by 30. And I'm looking at my mathematical equation here, the number of days left versus what's, the number of days until 30 versus what age I am and how many days I've been on the planet versus how many hours are in the day. And coincidentally, it was 27,000 hours. So if you think of the two voices in your head when you wake up every morning and you lose that battle with the voice that's telling you to go back to sleep and the voice that's fighting that voice to say you got to get up and create your dreams, you don't want to just dream, and you sleep 90 minutes extra twice a week, that's what, 180 minutes? That's 3 hours. That's a week is 150 hours a year, and over that you just lost 450 hours. If 1,000 hours was 30 some odd percent, you lost 15% of your. No, you lost like 7% of your goal. Like, it's just so much time. Like, forget the math for a second. Let's just really think about that. Saying no to yourself, and I've done this. I do this often. I mean, this is something that, God, it is the differentiating factor between the people who accomplish and the people who don't. They just get the hell up. I think it was Mel Robbins who wrote a book recently called, it was her, The 5-Second Rule, and that if you don't get up within 5 seconds, you're screwed, man. Because after 5 seconds, that little voice gets louder and louder and louder. The one that argues with your future possibilities. So something that has helped me make decisions to sacrifice things, because when you want to be when you're completely obsessed with something and it's all you do, it's pretty simple. You're going to beat the other guy, even if you're not as good as that other guy, if they're just not sacrificing as much and they're not putting as much time in. So when you're really devilishly good at something and you sacrifice, it's hard for you not to be the best. However, you've got to be that person that's sacrificing that's really good for a prolonged period of time. And that could be 10 years. 20 years, that could be 30 years even. And if you're not willing to sacrifice that, the likelihood that you will be massively on the highest hierarchy of success in whatever field you're in is extremely low, and you're living a pipe dream, and you should just give up and quit right now. Fuck this.